Vantage Heights at the Minnesota Baseball Academy with John Anderson and Adam Barter. And once again, fellas, we start the topic of discussion this half. It's first of all, I just want to say it's great. It's a great opportunity for me to talk the game of baseball with you two guys, and your love for the game is definitely out there, and it falls in line with the way I feel about the game. And as we approach this topic, I just want to say congratulations to you guys for the jobs that you do with these young players, and what I view from watching their understanding and how they get better each and every week. So with that being said, big Iowa trip coming up this weekend. You're taking a couple of your older teams down to, I believe it's Cedar Rapids.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And you're going to play. Talk about that tournament.
Yeah.
I know it's
a big tournament that Perfect Game puts on. It's the Colonel's Foundation tournament. This is the 10th year that this tournament has been running, and it's gained a lot of notoriety, especially with scouts in the Midwest. The teams that participate in it are mostly from Illinois, Kansas City, Wisconsin. There's a handful of teams.
Kansas City, huh?
Yeah, your old stomping
ground. Your old stomping ground.
There's I think 3 teams from Minnesota, so not a lot of teams from Minnesota. So we get to see a lot of new teams.
Sure.
A lot of very good teams. A lot of the teams that are participating in the tournament are club teams. You know, are big time teams with a lot of big time players, and it's a lot of fun because it brings a lot of big time scouts down there, professional
sure.
and college scouts. So we're both teams, the blue and the black team, both get a 4-game guarantee. And you have to win your pool to move on to the championship round, which is really difficult because the teams within your pool are all pretty legit teams,
now,
right? You got to play your best baseball.
Is there a possibility that do they put both Blizzard teams in different pools, or?
Yeah, one thing is that we request that beforehand, but their organization is really good for trying to keep them separate because you don't want to travel somewhere and then play a game you can play in your backyard.
Knock your own guys off.
But if it does get to the championship round, then it's just by seeding. So it actually has happened before in the past. We had one tournament, I believe in Arizona 2 years ago.
Yep.
Where the 15U blue and black team 1 through 30 teams and played each other to the championship.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they want to kill each other, which is, it was good and bad.
At the end. Well, you go down here to Cedar Rapids, and this is going to be my first time going down with you guys. And, I made a trip with the Blizzard program last year, and I recall, Johnny, this incident, Adam rented some vans for you guys. Can you just kind of describe that a little bit, and hopefully that won't occur this trip?
Al, I would love to describe that because it puts a thorn in my best friend's side.
Sure.
So we argue a little bit, little husband and wife action going on here. He rents the vans, and he says, "John, I got a great deal. We're gonna save some money on this, and I'm the man." Little chest pounding action. We show up. The place he rented the vans from, the name of the place was Rent-A-Wreck.
So you should have known something from the very get.
Obviously. Al, we show up, and it's a trailer that's collapsing with a bunch of, it looks like a used car lot in the back. And they roll out like a Subway van, like a delivery van.
Yes. No, come on.
I'm not kidding you. Somebody takes the van
I'll
away.
let him finish.
Okay.
They take the van away. And I was like, oh, thank God that wasn't our van. Well, we just dodged a bullet there, man. Right. Next 2 come out. Dents in them. I mean, rust on the side, different hubcaps, different colored seats. I mean, I thought a squirrel was living in my van.
Adam, it's going to be hard to defend yourself on this one, but I've got to hear what your thoughts were when you made the call.
My thoughts were, I was trying to be a good businessman.
Right.
I was trying to save a little money for the program. I didn't know the passenger doors are going to be different doors than what the van came with in the first place. All right? At the end of the weekend, we were all happy that the van had 4 sides, 4 wheels, and an engine.
And it still was getting you where you needed to go.
Absolutely. And it turns out that my mistake happens to be one of the better stories of our illustrious Blizzard careers.
Well, I know when I went to Vegas.
I want to keep going with this, so we can't let him off the hook, Al.
Right.
The guy that came out to sell us the van or rent us the van was wearing shoes with springs in the back of them and Coke bottle glasses and a comb over.
Adam,
defend yourself.
There is no defense for
I
that.
played the fifth.
And I know that was one of the things I had to bring up, and I told Johnny that
Absolutely, thank you.
I had to bring that up.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
But
that.
since I'm going on this trip, I was very concerned about it, and
You know what? I'm gonna interrupt you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because when we go to San Diego in January,
Sure.
2 years ago we traveled to California. Well, our tournament was in Orange County.
Yes, right in my area.
Up by L.A.
Uh-huh.
There's 2 airports up by Orange County.
Sure.
Right? LAX.
Yeah, and John Wayne.
Absolutely. Which is only about 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
Well, you can ask John his scheduling snafu of where he flew us into.
Go ahead, John. You were in charge of travel.
I wanted to take the PCH and check out the ocean.
He flew us into San Diego, dude.
no,
He had no idea.
There was
what the
no
tournament
problem
was.
with the schedule. Like, I want to take a nice
You wanted
leisurely
to
drive.
take the highway scenic route to L.A., huh?
That's great. That's awesome.
Well, again, we all have fun here, especially with the Blizzard program, and I just wanted to throw that one out there.
Thanks.
When we come back on the other side, we'll get back into some baseball talk. But, hey, the adventures of the Blizzard program, they're always a lot of fun. We'll be back on the other side.